Folks, what is going on? I'm back here at it, Noble Nines. I'm your host, DMAC, going to show y'all our recent war we did against War Whales, which was a really nice, high-level, fair play clan. They just had a random matchup with us. They were up 2 Town Hall 10s in the beginning, and then they took one more to Town Hall 10 to give them, excuse me, a total of 3 Town Hall 10 advantage on us, but we went R6 Town Hall 11 squad. So that ended up, at the beginning of the war, they had 5 Town Hall 11s and 4 Town Hall 10s. So that was the lineup, and the rest were Town Hall 9s at a 35 war. So that was the layout. Once again, they did have a 3 Town Hall 10 advantage, so those had to be dipped by Town Hall 10s and 11s to be able to take them down. No Town Hall 9s were able to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and show this 2-star by Koopa. Koopa is, of course, one of our better players. Super good. Sorry, I'm doing this on BlueStacks. My other recording software, just, I don't know, it always kept on freezing, so I was able to get some different stuff that works a whole lot better and is a whole lot easier to use as well. So hoping that it will continue to work. So Koopa, he has his high level heroes almost max. He's got one more level on his king, but he uses a queen walk, which I haven't seen that yet, to be able to take down a Town Hall 11 or a 10 to be able to get the 2 stars. But I think for Town Hall 10 it's not that big of a deal because people have the freeze now, so you can run up in there and with 5 golems, maybe a freeze, and get the Town Hall 2-star, even if it's in the center. But Town Hall 11, you definitely have to do something to get that 50%, because the Town Hall is not hard. I even, on my 30-30 account, went in on our most recent war that we did, I'm going to show in the next video, I was not able to get the 50%. I got like 40 maybe, but just, with the Eagle Defense and Maxed Infernos and all those, the 4 expos, I mean, it's just so tough to run up in there and get that 50% without more troops. But so definitely a great idea here using the Queen Walk. This is the same, has all of the expos and the same kind of base layout. So did a really good job of working that way around to be able to get the queen to do her thing, get in there, and she gets really, really lucky here and jumps on the Town Hall and is able to finish it off right before she goes down, hits the ability whenever he gets on the Town Hall. So really great attack by Koopa to be able to free up a Town Hall 11 attempt on a Town Hall 10. Like I said, we were able to get 4, or I think it was 3 Town Hall 10 triples, of course, and that was, we had to do that just to stay on par in the beginning at the get-go, right out the gate. So yeah, that was definitely tough to be behind like that, but it wasn't a big deal. We were able to swing it in the end. Our Town Hall 11s really did some work this war. Like I said, we got 3 Town Hall 10 triples. Their bottom 3 guys were gone. We got Captain Awesome, 8 and 7. And then this one that I'm going to show right now is a Town Hall 11 that he gemmed and went to Town Hall 11 during the war. And we were able to take him down. I think this is maybe the 3rd attack on this base. Definitely not max in terms of walls, but every defense it looks like is good, except for, of course, his Eagle, his new... I don't even think he built a new expo. Excuse me. So, pretty much Town Hall 10 with the new Eagle defense, which the new Eagle defense is great, don't get me wrong. But not going to act like it's going to keep you from getting 3-starred, Even with the level 5, Warden here did not do a whole lot. The level 5 Warden, like I've said in the past, is great. Don't get me wrong, the Warden is a nice add to your attacks. It'll definitely make attacking a Town Hall 10 easier, but it's not going to make it mindless. Definitely not at all. I was contemplating going to Town Hall 10 just because we have so many Town Hall 11s, and but I think what I'm going to do is just keep that at 30-30, Town Hall 9, and then just finish walls. We've had some more 10s come in. We're trying to get them to max at Town Hall 10 and then go to 11, because there's no point in rushing and going to 11, only to get the extra 2 defenses. That's not going to keep you from getting 3-starred, and it's not. It's just not worth it. We have so many 11s. We don't want to keep getting tough matchups. Since we've started after the update, we've gotten brutal matchups. Right out the gate, we had North Remembers, which that was actually before the update. But then after that, we got matched up against that really high-level clan that you'll see in our red line. They've beaten down War Corps and the Butthole clan, all those guys. However, I think they tied a clan that one of our former accounts, which that account was turned over, tied a clan, Perfect v Perfect. And they had like double our Town Hall 10s and 11s, and then 30-30 all the way down on Town Hall 9s. Just one of the elite. Of course they mod, but definitely a high level clan. I think that somebody told me, because I saw that they had a red line against Clash Heads. I think the Clash Heads went perfect on them, and they missed a Town Hall 10 in the past, and that's how they lost that one. So anytime you can lose by 1 to Clash Heads, Like I said, of course they mod, and so it's not the same, but still not a clan you would want to try and ambush, of course, which, being a fair play clan, we don't ambush. But really good stuff there by Aska. Like I said, I think that was the 3rd attack on that one. And I'm going to show a few Town Hall 9s. Here is Dracule Mihawk. I just call him Drac. He's, this is a first hit triple. I think in this war, both sides had about 12 to 16 first hit 3-stars. And for us, we had 29 Town Hall 9s. And they had 3 fewer at 26. So, that's, most of their bases are gone. Over half for us were gone first hit that they got on us. So really good job by them and their Town Hall 9s for doing that. But I can't. These Town Hall 9 attacks are great, but Town Hall 9 is so much easier with this extra 30 seconds. Look at how big this Queen Walk is going to end up being. I think he enters over here by the Dark Elixir Drill in between those at 11 o'clock, 10:30, whatever you want to call it. But so you can just Queen Walk, forever and a half these days. So really nice with that extra 30 seconds, and it helps so much. The Town Hall 10s, it helps them a whole lot in their attacks. Because, the Queen Walk, they tried to nerf the healers, and they tried to say, oh, well, if you use a certain amount, then it's going to take it down this amount. Well, it doesn't matter. People are still finding ways around it. The Clash of Clans community is so great in that every time they try to nerf things, Supercell that is, they always end up finding a way around it. They end up using it in a different way to where it works out better. Kind of like, think about Hogs. Whenever Hogs first came out, I had just started playing the game. Hogs first came out, everybody had just, I remember bringing 4 heal spells and, like 35, 36 Hogs and just turning them loose because people didn't understand the concept of double giant bombs. And at the time, they had not, I didn't even bring a golem sometimes. And that was whenever Queen and King were lurable back in the old days. So you just lure the heroes out in the clan castle and then just kill them, let your Hogs loose. That's a 3-star. Easy. That would even happen on Town Hall 10s. And they came out with Infernos. They did 1.5 damage to the Hogs. Giant bombs do. And then people started doubling them up. Double giant bomb, as you'll see here, it takes down these Hogs. But then people started, they brought in the one golem to try to take out the heroes that were then unlurable, to try to nerf that. And then you just see how Town Hall 9, really the most effective is Hogs, in my opinion. There are some guys that are die-hard air guys and they can do it, to the nth degree, but I don't know. I always find so much more success with Hogs because of balloons, they just move so slowly. And I know that if you find a Tesla out in the corner, then you can just single drop it as you couldn't be able to with a Hog. But at the same time, Hogs are just so easy to me. They're a whole lot easier and a lot less planning on my part to be able to get a 3-star. So really awesome job by Drac. Drac, he's one of those players. He's a mainstay now in our clan. He really stepped it up. This war, I think he had 2 first hit 3-stars. Just absolutely crushed it. So he's really stepped it up here lately and has done a fabulous job for us in our last few wars. So good job there, buddy. The next attack I was going to show is Dr. Rod on number. And Dr. Rod, his normal cowboy style is so good, but and I believe this was the first hit as well. You really cannot do that on every base because there's so many. There will be a lot of places where there'll be like spring trap, a bunch of spring traps all centered together, and then there'll be a lot of Tesla farms, all that kind of thing. And if you only run 5-6 hogs at a time, then they will just get, chewed to bits. You saw in my last video that I made that little section of that base that Bebe was able to take down had 3 Teslas, and a few spring traps, and then an archer tower. It was just brutal. That, just chewed hogs up like 15 at a time. You'd only end up having like 2 or 3 left out of that 15 that went in. So just cheers to base designing on that in that end, trying to get rid of these things. But the queen walk, like I've said, the queen walk takes absolutely forever these days, but that extra 30 seconds really makes it a whole lot easier. Before the update, we might have maybe like on really, really tough bases like this, we would maybe have 8 or 9 first hit 3 stars, and most of them would come down to the very wire. that last barbarian you drop in and take down an army camp that was hanging out or whatever. But these days, you can just queen walk half the base and then drop your hogs in, and then that's a wrap. That's the base. Even if it has max defenses, walls, and heroes, such as this base. Well, not all quite walls, but very close. Pretty much max. Excuse me. So just does a great job here. Did not know about the Golem Clan Castle. They love to use the Golem Clan Castle, and I like that too, but at the same time, if it's cleanup, all you have to do is just run straight air, Suicide King, and then air, and then that's it. You can bring a whole lot extra troops, not having to worry about the clan castle. So I'm not a fan per se of the Golem Clan Castle, but at the same time, I understand it because it's a big time waster. But that extra 30 seconds definitely makes it a whole lot easier to take care of. But he does the split up team here, which is, a great idea because I always get so hesitant to do the split team thing, just because you never know if your king's going to make it. But Dr. Rod does have a pretty decent king at 26, and he did have a golem and a few wizards in there to help him out. Was able to hit the ability just in time to take the queen out and just barely takes her down as he goes down. So good job there, and able to do that. And then, able to get a few defenses with it as well, and then kind of tank for the hogs on the back end, just kind of ambush them. And by that time, the queen's already worked her way down and around, and even could have maybe not even had to use that last heal, but at the same time, you just want to be safe in wars like these. And did have an extra poison left over, just in case. Maybe we can find a different, in this clan we just faced off against those rascals. I don't know how the heck they did it. They were a big time mod clan, they first attack, they would always find ended up using that last poison spell. Nice. They would always end up every single time, finding the quad Tesla, or they would, if they were doing an air attack, they would go from, I'm going to show this attack for Terry. So just like I said, a lot of really great attacks this war. We had a lot of first hit 3 stars. This, however, was a cleanup, so he knew everything was, but was able to swing this one with the double jump, 1 rage, 1 heal, which I'm a huge fan of. I love the double jump. It is so effective, and especially on really spread out bases like these, people, they get nervous about hogging it, but at the same time, you don't have to use very many. But Terry, used 24 on this base. I usually use a few less. I like to bring a heavier kill squad, but to each his own. It ends up working, so it doesn't really matter. Good job on poisoning the queen there, because the queen will absolutely crush your golems if she just has like 5-10 seconds to sit there. She will take them to the cleaners and back. Once again, another golem clan castle. Like I said, these guys love that. But kind of ineffective, but at the same time, for the right base, it'll work. But like I was saying about the clan we just got beat by, they, were modding, and they had 3 Town Hall 10s on us, and we only had 4 because we had, I think, LMF and ASCO were taking a break, going to spectate on a war that some of their buddies had gotten themselves into. But they, they always seem to find the quad Tesla. They always seem to know exactly where the double air mines were. First attack, whenever there's a troll Tesla out in the corner, you know, uh, if you drop a single balloon on it, you know, that's pretty basic modding uh, giveaway. Not even really trying to hide it. Um, so, not, you know, and there's a spell glitch that came out that Supercell tried to fix, but they were not able to fix it because the guys we faced, they had 2 spells, and I will show that in the next video, that they would bring an extra 2 poison spells. So what they would do is they would just say, okay, well, as opposed to a jump, I'll just bring an earthquake, and then I'll do 2 earthquakes in the clan castle, and then I will bring my own poison. And then, man, that is just such a big deal to be able to have pretty much an earthquake for the cost of a jump. And like I said, I'll show that in the next video. That's not this war. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a preview of that war. Because, I mean, we had a lot of good attacks that war. You know, we had 2 Town Hall 10 triples, which is really nice. I mean, being a fair play clan, Town Hall 10 triples are not easy, but they are. Our guys are getting a whole lot better at it these days, you know, from watching YouTube videos, watching other wars. I mean, and you don't have to mod to get Town Hall 10 triples, but it does make it easier. But at the same time, if you're a fair play clan like us, who does not mod, you do not have to. All you have to do is just sit there and watch the videos, and it's easy to be able to replicate that and to use those same kind of tactics to 3-star. So, really great job on our Town Hall 10s in adapting in that way. I got 2 more attacks to show. I've got this one, and then I wanted to show Lucas's attack. Lucas's attack was unreal. I mean, and Lucas has, I think, a level 11 king and a level 14 queen, and he went in there on a pretty near max Town Hall 9. So, I'm really excited to show that one. But this one by the Geronimo, using, of course, the queen walk, and I believe he uses the jump down here at the bottom with the Valks to take care of the queen, and then splits up his team to get rid of some giant bombs before he hogs. And not bringing, you know, a ton of hogs, 19, that's fewer than Terry just brought in that last attack. But it is going to work because this base goes down. Excuse me. And right there takes down the queen. I guess I was wrong on the jump going down right there, but that's okay. But once again, just another, man, just fabulous war. You know, we've got to get more Town Hall 10s and 11s so we stop getting mismatched. Really more Town Hall 10s. I think we have like 6 or 7 Town Hall 11s at this point. So we're really just looking for 10s with, you know, 35 plus with maxed lab that can 3-star their Town Hall 10s. Preferably, we would love to take 40-40, but at the same time, you take what you can get. And even if you're trying to learn, you know, like I said, we have the 11s that can 3-star. We're not saying we're not going to take you if you don't 3-star, because we have the 11s that can do it, as we proved in this war. We took down 4 of them, one of them being a Town Hall 11. But if you just want to learn and watch the replays and watch what they do, you will learn very quickly. I'm telling you, our people, our Town Hall 11s are out of this world in terms of skill. So they always do a fabulous job every single war. This base, I love the idea of a 4 single. I believe he ran 4 singles. I don't think we're going to get to find out, because that's where probably the last single was. But just a super good job there, using that poison as well on the Hound, of course. Just kidding. But the 4 single idea is great. I have a 4 single base in my arsenal of bases, but if it's hog and they use the hog the first time they hog it and they miss it because they have 4 singles, then it's pretty much a dead giveaway. You know everything is, and you know that I mean, all you have to do is just turn them loose with 3 heal spells and it's a wrap. So good job there to Geronimo. The last attack I was going to show was Lucas on 29. Like I said, you know, Lucas, he has super low heroes. I mean, just absolutely dogging it. My 2.0 account, which I'm on right now recording this war, it absolutely has the exact same heroes, but I don't know if I could do this kind of an attack. Lucas, you know, he had a concussion. I think he plays football, he said. High school, he had a concussion and was unable to play video games for a few weeks or months, however long it is. But came back in it. And this war, I think, was actually maybe his first or second war after being back. So just really, I mean, you know, like riding a bike to some of these guys. Not me, of course, like I said. You know, if it were me, I would not be able to 2-star. More than likely. But Lucas, you know, like I said, just riding a bike and just comes back in here and does his thing. Gets most of the gets some of the defenses there and is able to get a giant bomb or two and takes down the queen with his queen and is able to just run his hogs through the rest of this base. He gets really lucky right here with the double. I believe he's gonna pop one at a time. He gets really close, but still has a golem tanking, which, you know, done for at this point. But whenever he finished this one off, you know, he was like, wow, that actually worked. How about that? But really good job here by Lucas. Yeah, and one at a time on those last double set. So hogs are able to live through it. Had tons of cleanup already working around the top, but they got taken down by a wizard tower. And the bottom, I mean, just he had over a minute left on this one. So just awesome attack, executed perfectly. So was able to bring this one home. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up for cleanup to wrap this video up. But awesome job to everybody over at Noble Nines. Awesome job to the people at War Whales. They did a really great job. Excited to play them in the future. And hopefully get a even Town Hall match. But either way, we'll definitely line it up again and do it if they want. Once again, you know, very respected member, Fair Play Clan. So, awesome job to them. And that's it for this video, folks. So, until next time, clash on.